The Samsung Galaxy Fold is a rather unique smartphone regardless of how you look at it. The whole foldable display thing is really fascinating, but is the unique nature of the device enough to warrant that seriously big price tag? First, let's take a quick rundown of the specs. The Samsung Galaxy Fold is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 processor. There's 12GB of RAM and 512GB of ultra-fast UFS 3.0 storage. The main highlight of the phone are the displays. On the outside, we have a 4.6-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 720 by 1680. Once open, the Fold reveals a 7.3-inch display with a resolution of 1536 by 2152. Samsung packs 6 cameras into the Galaxy Fold. 3 on the rear, 2 on the inside and 1 on the outside front. It seems like Samsung wanted you to have access to a camera regardless of the orientation of the device. Finally, to top it all off, there are 2 batteries on the inside that work as one, with a total capacity of 4380 mAh. The phone does support fast charging, but it's only up to 15 watts. Samsung loaned us the Galaxy Fold for 2 days, so we weren't able to put it through our full battery of tests, but we did try to gauge some of its essential features. So let's dive in. The display and hinge. The 4.6-inch cover display is rather small and can be difficult to type on if you have big fingers like I do. Working the keyboard becomes easier if you use a swipe-based keyboard, but visibility can still be challenging. Open the phone up and whatever you are doing on the main display automatically moves to the bigger display. Both the displays are HDR10 certified and can play back HDR content from all popular streaming services. The outside display has a maximum brightness of 600 nits when turned to max manually, and the inner display goes all the way up to almost 750 nits. Making the Fold usable is this cleverly engineered hinge. Now, Samsung had added caps to both the top and bottom in order to make it more resistant to ingress. Additionally, in our use, we found the hinge to be perfectly tuned. It's easy enough to open with the push of a thumb, but locks the two displays together tightly enough for them to not come apart easily. There is a crease in the middle of the display, which is only natural. However, it isn't very noticeable when the phone is kept right in front of you. The bigger display is great for watching videos, but the awkward aspect ratio means your YouTube and Netflix videos will play in a black bars on the top and the bottom. However, the display is great if you do work on things like Excel spreadsheets. If you game on the Fold, well, the cover display may not be the best experience, but open the phone up and you have something far more impressive. Some games like Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile and even Asphalt 9 fill up the entire display, meaning the camera notch will end up covering a small part of the game. Gaming performance itself is super smooth thanks to the Snapdragon 855 and 12GB of RAM. Asphalt 9 ran at a median frame rate of 44 frames per second with a stability of 85%. Call of Duty Mobile clocks 59 frames per second with a stability of 77%, and PUBG Mobile ran at 39 frames per second with 61% stability. A gaming phone, the Fold is not, but it's definitely going to gain favors with the people who it's meant for. 2 days of use is enough to make you aware about the clever ways in which Samsung has achieved a foldable form factor. If you're watching a video or have any apps open on the cover display, unfolding the phone moves that app seamlessly into the bigger display. You can now run 3 apps at the same time on the bigger display, which is something content creators and business people alike should love. We tested the battery life on this thing and it clocked in a whopping 9 hours and 58 minutes using the PCMark 8's battery test. What this leads us to believe is that you can easily expect the phone to last anywhere between 1.5 to 2 days of use. The Galaxy Fold comes with a flagship specs when it comes to the camera. The rear stack is just like that of the Note 10 Plus with a regular telephoto and ultra-wide lens. The cameras do take really good photos, just like we've come to expect from Samsung flagships, but what was surprising was the slight shutter lag in between shots. Overall, we had the Fold for a total of 2 days, barely enough time for us to look at only a few features. While this by no means serves as a verdict, the time spent with the Fold does show a promise for this form factor, albeit with a number of improvements. For starters, the Fold is no IP rated for obvious reasons. There are openings in the phone that for now prevent the phone from being water resistant. Secondly, the Fold display needs to be a lot more resilient to pressure so that it can withstand an accidental drop or so. As always, you can let us know what you thought of this video in the comment section below, and for more from the world of technology, you can subscribe to our channel.